If you're like me and you play a lot of math rock and Midwest emo, oftentimes you're going to find yourself using a lot of open notes. But how do you become less dependent on open notes, or how do you become more deliberate in your usage of open notes? The first thing actually is to try and write without using open notes. So try to create some more ideas that are just based on fretted playing, where you like what you're doing, you like the sound of it without having to rely on those open notes. Now the second idea is, once you've gotten more comfortable with that, so let's say we take a simple lick like this, once you've gotten more comfortable with writing lines that are purely fretted, you need to learn how to substitute some of the notes that you're playing that are fretted with the exact same pitches, but as open sounds in order to sort of change the timbre. So in this example here, we have an A note, spoiler. So if we take this A and just replace it with an open A, that'd be a good place to start. We're substituting that fretted note with that open sound, but because we started from a point where we fretted everything, we have something that's a little more coherent and not based on what our fingers want to do, but rather on a sound. Now, another substitution we can make here. So this note is also the same as this open high E, so we could go, replace it right there. And now we have basically the same melody, but with open notes, which are changing the timbre a little bit. Here's another example. So let's say we have a little lick like this. So pretty simple. Now there are some notes that we can substitute with open sounds to make it a little more twinkly. So again, we start with this basis where we have something fretted and we learn how to write stuff that sounds good without using any opens, and then we can substitute with opens. So instead of going to this fretted G here, we're going to play it like that. And this last note here, this is an E. What if we played that as an open? So now we have the exact same lick, but now we're using these open notes in a way that's helping us to enhance our line, instead of using the open notes as sort of the starting point where we were using them in order to create something to begin with. So give it a try, hope it helps, and happy practicing.